His family, especially his daughter Sarah, pleaded with him to check his glucose levels regularly.
"Dad, it's just a little prick and it could save you a lot of trouble," she'd say, holding up a glucose meter.
"I'm not sticking myself with needles every day. I'll be fine."
Arthur's dismissal of his daughter's concerns painted a vivid picture of his stubbornness. He truly believed he was invincible. One particularly sweltering summer afternoon, Arthur was out in his garden, tending to his prize-winning roses. The sun beat down relentlessly, and he felt a dizzy spell coming on. He tried to brush it off, attributing it to the heat, but the dizziness intensified and a cold sweat broke out on his brow. His vision blurred and he stumbled, dropping his gardening shears. The world spun around him and he felt an overwhelming sense of weakness. He tried to call for help, but his voice was barely a whisper. Sarah found him moments later, lying amidst his roses, the shears still clutched loosely in his hand.
"Arthur!" Her heart pounded in her chest as she knelt beside him, frantically calling his name.
He was disoriented and weak, his skin clammy. It was clear he needed immediate medical attention. At the hospital, the doctors quickly diagnosed him with severe hyperglycemia, a direct result of his untreated diabetes. Sarah's worst fears had come true.
"Mr. Henderson, your blood sugar levels are dangerously high. If you continue to neglect your condition, you're looking at serious complications, including organ damage, blindness, or even a diabetic coma."
Arthur, pale and shaken, finally understood the gravity of his situation. The stubborn refusal to stick himself with needles had nearly cost him everything. From that day on, Arthur became diligent about managing his diabetes. He checked his glucose levels religiously, took his medication as prescribed, and adopted a healthier lifestyle. Sarah, relieved and proud, stood by him every step of the way, ensuring he never forgot the scare that had ultimately saved his life. This was a turning point for Arthur. The fear of what could have happened and the relief of still being alive finally broke through his stubborn exterior. He looked at Sarah, then at the glucose meter the doctor was holding, a somber understanding dawning in his eyes. He realized that Sarah's constant pleas weren't nagging. They were out of love and genuine concern for his well-being. He had been so focused on his discomfort with needles that he'd ignored the much larger threat.
I understand. I'll do it. I'll do whatever it takes."
And he did. From that day forward, Arthur was a changed man. He embraced the routine of checking his blood glucose, initially with Sarah's gentle encouragement, and eventually as a non-negotiable part of his daily life. He learned about healthy eating, portion control, and the importance of regular exercise. He joined a support group for diabetics, finding solidarity and shared experiences that further motivated him. His roses still flourished, but now Arthur tended to them with a new appreciation for himself. The garden, once a place of near disaster, became a symbol of his renewed commitment to health. Sarah often found him there, not just admiring his flowers, but sometimes pausing to prick his finger, the small, familiar device now a tool of empowerment rather than a source of irritation.
"Don't be a fool like I was. Listen to your loved ones. Take care of yourself."
Arthur lived many more years, enjoying his family, his garden, and a quality of life he might have forfeited had it not been for that terrifying afternoon among the roses. He often looked back on that incident as the moment he finally woke up, thanks to the unwavering love and persistence of his daughter. Years passed, and Arthur's commitment to his health remained steadfast. He became an active and vibrant senior, enjoying his grandchildren, traveling with his wife, and, of course, continuing to nurture his beloved rose garden. Sarah would often sit on the porch, sipping iced tea, the scent of roses perfuming the air.
"You know, Leo, these aren't the only tools that saved my life."
He then reached into his pocket and pulled out his glucose meter, still the same model Sarah had first tried to show him years ago, albeit a bit more worn.
"This little gadget and your mom's persistence were far more important than any gardening tool. It's a small thing, a tiny prick, but it gave me so many more years to be here with all of you."
Leo, a thoughtful boy, looked from the glucose meter to his grandfather, then to his mom, who was watching them with a soft, knowing smile. He understood the unspoken lesson. Sometimes, the smallest actions, born of love and necessity, can have the most profound impact on a life. Arthur's story became a family legend, a testament to the power of vigilance, the wisdom of listening to loved ones, and the enduring strength of the human spirit to change and adapt. His life was a beautiful, blooming testament to taking care of oneself, just like the vibrant roses that surrounded him. And so, Arthur's story became more than just a family anecdote. It evolved into a legacy. Sarah, inspired by her father's transformation, became an advocate for diabetes awareness in her community. She volunteered at local health clinics, sharing Arthur's journey as a powerful example of how early detection and consistent management could prevent devastating consequences. Arthur himself, always happy to accompany her, would often speak at these events, his weathered face and strong voice carrying an undeniable weight of experience. He'd hold up his glucose meter, no longer a symbol of his defiance, but one of his triumph.
It wasn't easy to change my ways, but the alternative was losing everything. Don't wait for a scare like mine. Listen to your body, listen to your family, and take control of your health. It's the greatest gift you can give yourself and those who love you.
His candidness resonated with many, prompting countless individuals to get tested and take their own health more seriously. Arthur, once a stubborn old man resistant to a little prick, had become an unlikely hero, a living testament to the profound impact of a single, life-altering decision. His rose garden continued to thrive, but now, its beauty was inextricably linked to a narrative of resilience, a poignant reminder that even in the face of deep-rooted habits, change is always possible, and the sweetest blooms often follow the toughest thorns. The Arthur's Blooms initiative, named in honor of his beloved garden, grew exponentially. What started as a local awareness campaign soon garnered regional attention. Sarah, with Arthur's unwavering support, organized larger events, collaborating with healthcare professionals and other advocacy groups. They distributed educational materials, offered free glucose screenings, and shared inspiring stories of individuals who had taken control of their diabetes, just like Arthur. Arthur, now a seasoned public speaker, embraced his role with humility and a twinkle in his eye. He'd often start his talks by holding up a single, perfect rose from his garden, explaining how its beauty required constant care and attention, much like one's own health. He spoke not as a medical expert, but as a man who had learned a life-saving lesson the hard way. His authenticity was his greatest asset, connecting with people from all walks of life who saw a reflection of their own struggles and hopes in his story. The initiative's impact was tangible. More people were getting tested, more were adhering to their treatment plans, and the conversation around diabetes was shifting from fear to proactive management. Arthur's Blooms became a beacon of hope, proving that one man's personal journey could inspire a ripple effect of positive change. Arthur's final years were filled with a profound sense of purpose, knowing that his initial reluctance had, ironically, led to a legacy that would countless others avoid the same mistakes he had almost made. His garden, vibrant and ever-blooming, stood as a testament not just to his passion for horticulture, but to the enduring power of a life transformed. And so, Arthur's story concludes, a testament to the power of change and the lasting impact of caring for oneself and others. The end. Thank you.